I'd say the Nova Blades are properly distracted, wouldn't you?
That would be an understatement. Theron's been monitoring communications. You've caused quite a stir.
Want some gratification? Here, check this out. Just recorded.
They're blasting up my supplies, my foot soldiers, taking my workers. What are you people prepared to do about it?
This appears to be your problem, not ours.
How would you like it if I made it your personal problem? Give me Revan. I want to talk to Revan.
No, I don't think so.
You don't put Revan on. The Nova Blades stop rerouting galactic traffic. That ain't negotiable.
Revan.
Commodore Margok, are you threatening to alter the terms of our deal? I paid you to do a job and you've done it well. But that's over now. I no longer have any use for your Nova Blades.
Hey, I know Torch and her Mandalorian clan up and left us. But the Blades still got a lot to offer.
Not if you don't have your own house in order. Put an end to the upstart causing you trouble, and I'll consider resuming our alliance.
You really did it. You got them running scared.
Naturally. You were expecting some other outcome.
Guess it was silly of me to question, huh?
This is no time to let up. I'm going to get back out there and finish this.
Now, not to sell you short or anything, don't think this'll be a cakewalk all of a sudden.
The Nova Blades still have an impressive roster of hardened criminals at their disposal, and the aggressor is still heavily fortified.
The aggressor's their headquarters. You've seen it. A crashed ship Margok turned into a fortress. Can't get in without the proper security codes.
That won't be a problem for me.
We'll get Jakaro to lend a hand all the same.
If nothing else, the activity will keep him from picking apart D4 any further.
Theron.
Finally in. Nice work. Now to see where Margok's hiding all his secrets.
You dirty, no-good pirate scum.
The Howling Tempest gang was made up. Never existed. You're about to wish you were dealing with some random band of raiders.
We'll have to see about that. My forebears founded Raiders Cove. This is my island, and I'm not giving it up. So come on in. Do your worst. In the end, you ain't coming out alive.
So you blew our cover, huh? Luckily, I can jam the aggressor's external comms. About all I can do right now, though. They've got live slicers and they're managing network security on the fly. I can't do anything until they're offline.
I'll handle it.
I'm sure you will. Security measures are down. Trouble is, so's the network. Margok must have shut it down manually.
This is my ship. Think you can just walk on in and be left alive?
Theron, are you getting this?
Loud and clear. I'm in. Full access.
This is the sort of momentum we could never create on our own. We need to maintain that momentum. Surely if the Revanites are done with the Nova Blades, as Revan indicated, they're on to the next stage of their plan.
Say all you like about Revan, he was never as powerful a Sith as I am now.
It's not just Revan here, it's all his co-conspirators. We don't know how many in the Republic and Empire are pulling strings for him.
While Theron's pulling down data, I suggest you start to make your way back to Raiders Cove. Hopefully he'll have found something of use by then.
What have we learned from the aggressor?
Very little, I'm afraid. It would appear someone took it upon themselves to corrupt much of the data as a last resort.
It's a real mess, getting fragments but nothing incredibly coherent. The one thing that does keep turning up is the Mandalorian Margok brought up earlier, the one they call Torch.
What about her?
Well, it looks like Torch and Margok were thick as thieves for a while, then something happened. Had to do with the Revanites. Don't really know the details, but it looks like Torch moved her whole clan to another island here on Rishi. I've got the coordinates.
What's the matter, Theron? Is my being around so distracting you need to hurry me off to some other island?
You're not entirely wrong.
There has to be something better to go on than an island of Mandalorians with vague motives.
It's the best we have for now, so it will have to do.
If I find anything else, we'll have Jakara look into it.
I'm sending Jakaro out on a scouting run. I've made local arrangements for your transportation should he not return in time.
Wow. You've been busier than I thought.
Get whatever information you can from the Mandalorians. With any luck, they'll lead us to the Revanites.
My dear friend the Wrath, always a pleasure to see you intact.
Darth Varon, this is unexpected.
Well, what's life without a few surprises? There are matters I'd like to discuss in person, and I happen to be near the Rishi system. Perhaps we can meet, enjoy a respite from the bloodshed and destruction.
You are neither my friend nor my ally. Barriss is gone, and our pact is ended. What use are you to me now?
You wound me, Wrath. But I've endured worse.
There are schemes at hand that require my attention. If you are involved, I would know. If you are not, then your moment is poorly chosen.
I understand your position, but I can only say this. We have much to gain from one another. Wisdom to trade that runs deeper than war. And it may be some time before the opportunity comes again. I will await you at these coordinates as long as I can, but I dare not linger. Good day.
My good Wrath, you look the same as ever. How many Jedi have you slain today?
We meet again, Varon.
In all seriousness, how are you? I understand you've been working tirelessly for our Empire. Is it satisfying, your craft? Putting down huts and cults here and there?
Our Empire is surrounded by those who would destroy us. I stand in their way. You know this.
I do, and I admire your handiwork. Yet, I worry for your future.
We are not here to discuss my passion for destruction. What do you want?
I want to understand you, Wrath. And I want to discuss your future. The Republic claims the Emperor is dead, but I hear rumors to the contrary. The game pieces are moving.
Speak plainly.
Consider this. The last Wrath of the Emperor served in that position for centuries, only departing after turning traitor. As I understand, you never chose to become the Wrath. The position was thrust upon you. What is it that you truly desire?
I am the Emperor's wrath. I do not seek. I am our master's fury embodied, and to doubt that is to voice treason.
Ah, Wrath, forgive the confused words of an old man. I worry for you, and forget the glory of serving our Emperor. I have a gift to aid your endeavors. I have come upon indications that you are being watched, and have been for some time. These spies are mechanical, but ingeniously hidden using combinations of ancient and modern technology, welded into form using the Force.
You make a bold claim. Why come for me? What do you want out of this?
If unknown forces are tracking you, spying upon you, then surely that concerns us all. An associate of mine with connections in the Gree Enclave manufactured this. A device to reveal your foe. Use it to reclaim your privacy, if you wish, or to look upon the face of your watchers.
How does it work?
Activation is simple, but I draw your foes somewhere remote. The jungle, perhaps, to avoid interference. There is more I'd offer you, but not until I'm certain we are alone.
Those who seek to manipulate me come to bloody ends, Varon. If these spies are your enemies instead of mine...
Then they will not deal the first blow, and you will know. I will remain on Rishi as long as I can. Good hunting, Wrath.
Wrath. This explains much.
Servant 1.
You should not have destroyed the Opticrons. The droids exist so that we may know you. You exist so that you may serve our master.
The droids spoke of a ritual. They said that when he returns, all stars will die.
The sayings of the Opticrons must be interpreted with care. That is our work, not yours.
Why have you come to Rishi? Not because of the droids.
We will come to that. You are an instrument of our master's will. Perhaps you have spent too much time serving among the fleets and the Dark Council. First Ilum, then Makeb, and on the list goes. What does not threaten the Emperor is not your concern. We fear you forget this.
I've forgotten nothing. You need not be concerned.
Good. We are at a delicate juncture. Trust that if there are matters of import, you will be told. Now, I understand Darth Vowran sought to meet you here. He has committed crimes against the Hand.
What sort of crimes?
He sought to learn our secrets and interrogated a servant. We believe he is fleeing to the unmapped stars of the Rishi Maze. Did he reach you? If he left this world only recently, we might still find him.
Vowran was the one to tell me of the droids. He must have known they belonged to the Hand. I will see to his death myself.
No. The chase may be long and you shall be needed soon. Others will make certain he is punished. We will not ask that you stay your saber and return to the tranquility of our fortress. Your edge must not be dulled. Have faith that all questions, all concerns, will shortly be resolved. The Emperor is returning, and we will fuel his flame.
I will not be patronized, and I am no one's slave. I am reconsidering our arrangement, servant. If your master desires my aid, he can speak to me himself.
You have made a grievous error!
No, the error was yours. Approaching Torch's Island.
Made it inside. Huh. Don't know what you're doing in our compound. But since you're here, let's see what you're made of. Well, look at you. Might actually be a challenge. Not bad, but not done either. Done pretty well for yourselves. But you're in the arena now. Meet Joss and Volk. Husband and wife, tough as Durasteel, undefeated, and still eager to prove themselves.
I will destroy you!
My husband, the pushover. This is how it's done, Joss!
St. Joe always fight better, Redor. Oh, like watching dust gather.
Joss, you're doing it wrong! Together we can't lose!
Keep up, Volk!
Hit him!
Let him have it!
Have to hand it to you. That was something. Think it's time we met.
I take it you're the one they call Torch.
Shay Visla. That little nickname the locals came up with. Hell if I know why.
You recently had a falling out with the Revanites and the Nova Blades. Tell me everything.
Oh, tell you everything. Sure, of course. Because I never had a Sith try to assert themselves before. Tell you what, instead of whatever grand gesture of cooperation you thought might happen here, why don't we try something a little different? Been a while since I had a decent challenge. I'm taking this opportunity to show my clan how it's done. Son of a... Okay, so I'm a little rustier than I'd like to admit. But just a little. Felt good to be in a real scrap for once.
If I'm not mistaken, Mandalorian duels are meant to be to the death.
1, you aren't Mando. 2, that was just a fun bit of sparring. So... you know the Blades went and partnered up with the Revanites. Means you probably know they're up to no good. We helped out the Blades to have a good relationship with Raiders Cove. We didn't sign up for the Revanites in their all-out war, so we bailed.
Put out the call to your clan. You fight for the Empire now.
Yeah, my days of working for the Empire are long gone. Give me a single target that's worth my going toe-to-toe with. That's fine. But the Revanites and their fleet of warships? Pass.
Where are these ships?
Couldn't tell you. I wouldn't mind it a bit if you chased the Revanites out of Rishi. Off the radar is just how we like it here. Good hunting to you, Sith. Jesus Mandoade! Who's up for a Skarkla hunt?
I understand your frustration, Jakaro, but there's only so much of your bluster I'm prepared to take.
What's going on?
Theron's been captured by the Revanites. Data from the Nova Blades hinted at the location of a Revanite safe house in Raiders Cove. We looked into it and were ambushed.
You should have waited for me to finish with the Mandalorian clan. Absolutely stupid.
I'll concede we acted in haste. In retrospect, maybe the lead was simply too tempting for us to have trusted it. Whatever the case, I stand by my decision to not impede in Theron's abduction. And I know Theron would too. Now he's in a position to do what he does.
We're talking about a seasoned SIS operative. If the Revanites took him to their base, he could learn a lot.
Of course, if we're to make any use of that knowledge, we'll have to exfiltrate him all the same. Hopefully you fared better with the Mandalorians.
Revan has a fleet of warships on standby.
Of course. From examining the Nova Blades data, it looks as though they've been routing Imperial and Republic fleets here to Rishi.
So, the Empire and Republic are drawn into a full-scale battle, and whoever's left standing, the Revanites pick off.
And we still don't know who we can trust. We need to interfere with the Revanites' plans, if not stop them outright.
Yes, it's true. I was able to pinpoint several communications originating from another island. I'm told there's a Rishi village on the outskirts. I can't imagine they would resent our presence there.
Do you think it matters to me if they mind?
I was only pointing out that they're not terribly concerned with the affairs of others.
We have to assume Revan's expecting a resistance force now. You should expect to find patrols along the way.